Dreamscape presents Marion Davies, a biography. Fred Lawrence Guiles, Hollywood Collection by Fred Lawrence Guiles. Narrated by Romy Nordlinger. Introduction. She was a daisy, but no Susan Alexander. The year 1918 saw the end of one war, the most terrible and devastating in history up to that time, and the beginning of another, the war against oppression in most corners of the world, paralleled by a blithe disregard for the shaking timbers beneath their feet among the oppressors. The most powerful molder of public attitudes in America, publishing giant William Randolph Hearst, managed with considerable success to plead the cause of some of the oppressed in banner headlines while dancing a bear-like waltz, and he was a graceful bear indeed on a ballroom floor in one of his many villas, castles, and townhouses. In such an unreal mise-en-scène, one has to seek some familiar touchstones, such as love and devotion, to keep the fairy dust from obscuring the vision. These virtues undoubtedly contributed much toward involving Hearst increasingly in a secondary career, filmmaking, which for more than 20 years took up a substantial amount of his time and energy. With most of the implements needed for success at hand, great wealth, enormous publicity machinery, and a larger talent for packaging his own fantasies than many film historians later would concede, he made the attempt to elevate the woman he loved, Marion Davies, to those rarefied and lonely heights where Pickford, Lillian Gish, and later Garbo resided. Although she did become a star, the campaign misfired and only served to create an impression, and a false one, that made Marion, chatelaine of San Simeon, as Arthurian a setting as any Camelot, needed help to get by in her career. There are numerous film buffs and critics whose thinking about the film career of Marion Davies has been formed ex parte by the mystique surrounding the celebrated film inspired by Hearst's life, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane. They will be disappointed to learn that she was no Susan Alexander, not the terrible actress who was forced upon the public by her megalomaniac lover. A description of Marion often voiced by these rather careless scholars and drawn directly from the character of Kane's second wife in the movie. Studio executives Thalberg, Mayer, and Jack Warner, as well as directors Vidor, Leonard, Walsh, Leroy, Golding, and others who...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?